What's going on, guys? I know it's been a long time coming. It seems like forever since I've been out on this thing, but the Busa is finally back. It's together. I finally finished the build. I'm riding it on its maiden voyage today, and we're gonna go out and see how it does. This is mainly just shakedown stuff, so I don't know how it's gonna act. I mean, I've literally ridden it like, I don't know, maybe 3 miles. So everything works as it should so far. Air shifter's working. I've got new tires on it, a Shinko hookup on the back, Pirelli on the front. Had everything powder coated on it to that nice candy red. It's got a silver base with the red over top. It's not sunny out, but I mean, if you could see it, it would be really sparkling right now. Painted it gloss black. Most of the fairings are there. I still got to do a little bit of stuff to it. A lot of this old fairings were kind of beat up, so you know, I had to make work. There's a few zip ties there, you know what I mean. It's kind of like a 240. Really, it's like a 240 SX. It's basically a drift bike, but it's done. It's ready to roll. I have not had it retuned yet, so it's still on the same power level. It's making 254 wheel horsepower right now, and hopefully it hooks pretty good. I did one pull in first gear and it felt like it hooked as it should. So we're gonna go out, test the air shifter, see how it does on some shakedown runs, and from there my H2 will be back hopefully by the beginning of the week. It's getting the stretch kit put on it, and we'll see which one of these monsters is going to be better. Do you think the H2 will take the Turbo Busa down, or do you think the Turbo Busa has it in the long run? Comment down below, let me know. Do you think the Busa's got it? It's got more power. It's got a turbo. It's got 14 horsepower on the H2, but it also weighs more. It's got the air shifter now. It's geared longer, but the H2 now has a stretch on it. It's going to be 6 over on the H2. Both of these monsters will be clashing here soon. Without further ado, let's get out on the highway, see how it hooks, see how it does. Hopefully she doesn't do anything goofy. Right before I left, it had a little bit of gas leak. One of the lines wasn't all the way tight, so I tightened that up. Everything seems good. Rode it around. Brand new tires, so I'm going to take it really easy on corners. Both of them are brand new, and we'll see what happens. Let's see if I can get a little bit of open area here. We'll try to get a test hit on it. Got the air shifter hooked up, so I'm going to do a second gear roll on. The brakes are not that good on this bike. The air shifter's on. Ready? Here we go. It did not shift properly. I had pressure. I wonder why. Let's see. Get a little more pressure here, build up. Let me see if it'll shift apart. Okay, so we may have some more kinks to work out on the air shifter. But good God, this thing hooking in second, this thing just wants to rip your arms off. Yeah, see, it's not shifting all the way. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna abort the air shifter for now until we figure out what's going on with it. I'm gonna try a test hit again. This bike's got so much freaking power. Jesus. I mean, the H2's got a ton of power too, but this thing just, second gear, I can't roll on it in second gear on the H2. This thing just hooks and goes. It wasn't wheeling, nothing. It felt like the front was getting light. About that, guys, a little bit of technical difficulty. We had an unwanted friend following us, so we decided to go ahead and head back here to the back roads. And my air shifter is still having some issues. Now it's not air issues with the air in the tank, but it's not actually shifting all the way. So I'm just gonna roll off, shift, and roll back on to do these test hits. I mainly want to see how well this thing hooks. It hooked pretty well on that second gear roll on, so I want to see first gear. Hopefully it doesn't wheelie on me. This thing's 3 inches over and lowered. It's not strapped right now, so we'll see how it does. This thing pulls like a freight train though. I don't know, this thing may be faster than the H2. That torque! Jesus! This thing is stupid. This thing is stupid. It just hooked and go. I mean, like, it didn't wheelie. Granted, I rolled on easy. Didn't wheelie. I mean, this thing with an air shifter is just gonna be flat out bananas. Flat out bananas. I don't know. This thing may give the H2 a run for the money. The H2 is now stretched though, so keep that in mind. I could never fully get into it until third gear on the H2. This, I'm hammering it in first. So I mean, the H2, when it's able to hammer in first, I'm sure will be pretty menacing. Man, this thing is ridiculous. Now I need to get this air shifter working so that we can really do some hits. But I can't believe how well this thing runs. After this thing gets tuned, it's just going to be bananas. I mean, it makes 250 right now. After the tune, it should be north of 300. Then I'm going to have issues with traction, I think. Right now, I've got the Shinko hookup on it, and it's set to 30 PSI. So, I mean, I can go down if I'm having traction issues, but right now, I don't see a need to. Oh, get it, son! Look at these guys. Are those different guys? Alright. And none of those guys are with us. Huh, we just found some strangers. Do they want some? Foot just hit the ground. I thought something blew off the bike, but I think my toe dragged. I thought something blew off the bike, but I think I just dragged the ground. I was shifting. My foot was dragging the freaking ground, and I thought something blew off my bike, but it was just my toes hitting the ground. This thing's so much lower than I'm used to. Ran that Cowie down like he was sitting still, though. He came by me all in it. I said, we gonna do a third gear pull. Night, night. Night, night. I said, good day, sir. Dude, I am super happy with this thing. It like kind of wants to pull to the side though. Like when I'm full in it, I'm having to lean into it to make it not pull. I'm gonna try another first gear hit here. Oh my god, dude, when you click second, this thing just accelerates so hard. Like first it just grips and goes, and then you click second gear and it's just like that little jolt forward, and then it's like, here we go again, baby. I really need to get this thing set up properly now so that it's actually fast enough to beat some monsters. It's going out for a retune here very shortly. I'm going to set that up. So I'm going to get it set up for a retune, shoot for 3 to 330, and run that this season. And then from there, we'll try for building the bottom end. I think I'm going to build a motor for this thing over winter, do the gears and the trans, and we're going to go full tilt and boogie on it. I see 500 to 600 wheel in my future. So you guys, you got to stick around for that. I mean, how many 600 wheel horsepower Busas do you know out here just dogging on it? And you better believe I'm taking you guys along for the ride. This is just the shakedown run, so I mean, we're just seeing how it acts. And so far, it's acting pretty good, other than the air shifter. I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, my freaking fairing's gone.
Yeah, that's what flew in the air. Yeah. What's gone?
My fairing's gone.
Oh, the whole fairing. Yeah, but dude, it's like this big. Dude, I was in the
well, guys.
Whole plastic fairing.
Whole fairing's gone. That sucks. That really sucks. Those fairings ain't cheap either.
It's ripped.
It completely tore the fairing off the bike.
That brace away too. That metal brace.
Yeah, we had a metal brace that was going across from this fairing to that fairing. It ripped both of those. Ripped the fairing off. I thought I dragged my foot on the ground. Nah. Freaking fairing came off.
I mean, you gotta find it. It could be intact.
It's ripped in half.
Oh, right there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy another one. Holy crap, that sucks.
It looked like a big piece of it. At least you're more.
Well, guys, I guess it'll be a little bit before another Busa video comes out. Dang. Yeah, I got some after pictures before the customized fairing decided to take off from this thing.
This is what you consider a hyper naked Busa.
Yeah, it's a B King now with a turbo. It was bolted down there. That is crazy.
Don, how did you not even notice? I know, why is he still right? Dude, I thought you noticed right at first.
Dude, I looked down and my foot was like way down. I thought I dragged my toe because I felt something hit me right there, and it was the fairing. I was like, oh, I must have dragged the ground. Well, guys, if it's not one thing, it's another. On a side note, though, looks pretty good with the turbo hanging out like that. Flossy. Well, we got some more testing to do. She needs another fairing now. We've got to resolve the shifter issue. The oiling issue, which all it's doing is pressurizing. It's got a secondary oil tank for the turbo system. It's completely separate oil system. And I think that it's shooting too much pressure and just shooting it out of that vent. So I may be able to put like one of those breather filters on there, you know, to hopefully rectify that. If not, I'll look into maybe a one-way valve or something. I don't know. We'll have to go back to the drawing boards on this. That sucks. Well, at least the H2 will be done hopefully this weekend or the beginning of next week, so I'll go out and get some vids on that for you guys. Well, guys, that's all she wrote for the Busa for today. Kind of sucks that it ended that way. Freshly painted bike, everything, and a freaking fairing rips off. But these fairings were also modified so that we can fit the turbo in there because it's not an off-the-shelf kit. So I'm gonna have to find some better mounting locations, see if I can get something that holds it a little better than that, you know. I mean, freaking part of the fairing is still bolted onto this thing. That sucks. The good news though, she runs good, she hooks, it does everything right except for shifting. I can get that issue taken care of. The oiling stuff is not that big a deal. I think a breather system will probably help alleviate that. Man, that sucks. But on the good side, the H2 is about to be done. So I'm gonna go do some testing on the H2 while I order a fairing for this. I'm gonna get this thing back together as fast as possible so I can go out and do H2 versus Busa, because I know everybody loves a Turbo Busa versus H2 vid. I mean, who doesn't? Turbo Busa versus H2. The fact that I get dislikes on videos like that is outrageous. Like, okay, you don't like a Turbo Busa versus an H2? Probably ride a scoot. You probably ride a scoot, sir. Dang. Alright, guys, I'm a little salty, but it is what it is. Busa lives to see another day. I'm going to get it together for you. So, as always, like and subscribe to the vid. Also, let me know what you think on which bike's going to be faster, the Busa or the H2 with the stretch. The H2's not gaining any power. It's still going to be making 240. This makes 254. Let me know what you think's going to be faster. The video will be coming here within a few weeks, I promise. Till next time, peace!